Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tiffany. Thank you so much for clicking on this video, and if you're interested in possibly seeing my face again, go ahead and click the subscribe button. I would love to have you here. This was actually supposed to be one video about alternatives to therapy, but it ended up being like really long. It was like almost 30 minutes. So I decided to split it up into two different videos. This video, which is just about why everyone should go to therapy, and I'm also going to talk a little bit about why people don't go to therapy. And then the next video actually talking about the alternatives that I used, some of which are evidence-based, instead of, going to therapy. I'm sure I'm forgetting something in this intro because obviously I'm filming it on different days. I'm actually filming it like 2 weeks apart from like the original footage, but I hope you enjoy this video. I'm going to talk about a lot of things in this video, so I'm going to leave timestamps and like break it up into chapters. So if you want, you can, click to the part that you feel like has the information that you want to hear. So I have a lot of things that I want to say, so I have notes. So if I'm looking down at any point, that's why. I did want to mention that healthy people go to therapy, right? And there are a lot of benefits that I've experienced outside of just like my mental health improving. And I feel like it's important for us to talk about the fact that you don't have to actually be ill to go see a therapist. It's kind of like how you go to the doctor every year and you get a physical and you just make sure that everything's going good. Or like, if you're a lady, you're feeling up on your bosoms to make sure there's no lumps, making sure that everything's like okay there. It's preventative care. And you don't want to wait until you actually are going through something traumatic, or you've gone through something traumatic, or you've allowed things to fester. It's better to check up on your mental health as you go, and weekly. It doesn't even have to be weekly. I did weekly therapy. I also think that monthly, or even like bi-yearly, like twice a year, not every other year. But yeah, even bi-yearly I think could be beneficial, just to kind of talk about the things that are bothered you, or the things that you didn't quite know how to approach, because then you can have a second opinion. And a lot of the times therapists don't really do a lot. They're just there to help you help yourself. You have all the answers, you are the expert on you. They're just there to help you figure you out. Kind of echoing my previous point, therapy helps you become the best version of yourself, because you're constantly being forced to evaluate yourself and your actions and how you've dealt with situations. And I think that I've become a better person, like to the people in my life, to the people that I love, and to people who I'm not quite fond of. I think I've built an arsenal of tools through therapy that helps me get through life and deal with difficult situations. And honestly, I'm even a better interviewer for going through therapy. Like, I don't even stress out about interviews anymore. I just show up. And I haven't not gotten a job in a really long time. So I just want to say that. And last, but certainly not least, therapy is just self-care. You take a shower, you brush your teeth, you floss. I hope you floss. You better be flossing. You go get massages, you do facials, you put on makeup, you do your laundry, you clean your room. Therapy should be a part of that. It's just helping you take care of you and getting better at that. So you deserve to be in therapy. Everyone deserves to be in therapy. But like I mentioned, there's a lot of reasons why people aren't ready to go to therapy, why they don't seek out therapy. And one of those reasons, probably the biggest reason, is it's not accessible and it's deeply stigmatized. We don't encourage people to go to therapy as we should, and it's actually really sad, because I think that if I had, been in therapy when I was much younger, I think I would be even more successful than I am now. Not to say that, I'm like this big shot. I'm not. But like, in comparison to where I came from, I would say I'm pretty successful. I mean, with all the odds stacked up against me, I feel like I've definitely like made lemonade out of dirt. I didn't even have lemons. They gave me seeds. They gave me seeds and I grew the lemon tree and then I made lemonade. Anyway, it's deeply stigmatized. It's expensive. Like, if you have to pay out of pocket for therapy, it can cost, you know, upwards of $200, $300, and if you have to get medicated, it's even more expensive without insurance. And then there's also cultural obstacles that people have to face. Like I mentioned, it's deeply stigmatized, and a lot of people are dealing with generational trauma. And where do you start? You know, like, how do you broach these topics with your family members who just think that it's normal to feel this way, to deal with emotions in this way, to hurt in this way? And the last but certainly not least reason why people don't go to therapy is because of ignorance. Now, I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean to say that they don't know. They don't know the benefits of therapy. They don't understand how much going to therapy can help them grow, and how much they're robbing themselves of opportunities when they don't go to therapy. And that's probably like one of the biggest reasons. Well, I guess all of those are like compacted reasons as to why I make these videos, because I think it's important that we know these things and that everyone understand that, like, yes, like, for example, I'm going to therapy because I have mental illnesses that I'm trying to cope with. But even though things are great now, I still am going to therapy, you know? And just because you think that you're living like a normal life now doesn't mean that you don't need therapy anymore. It's not something that you graduate from. Even like, also like relationship counseling, like I think that everyone needs that. Like, if you're in a relationship, like at some point, like just get into therapy, like talk about some things, like, you know what I mean? It's just, I feel like it should be normalized. It's not paying someone to be your friend. It's just someone to help you figure out you. Like, we can't do everything on our own. Like, actually, you know what? I take it back. We can. It's just faster if you can, like, have someone else help you. Like, why would you want to wait 5 years to grow when you could do it in a couple months, you know? Take the shortcut and be successful faster. Thank you for coming to my TIFF Talk. That's the end of the video. Hey, it's Editing Tiffany. I'm back. That last clip was actually supposed to be a joke, but when I was editing it, I was like, this is actually a really good place to stop the video. So that's when I like decided to do it in 2 separate videos. I'm trash. But yeah, because of that, I didn't have like an actual proper outro for this video, so here I am doing that now. But yeah, if you're interested in seeing the second half of this video, where I talk about alternatives to going to therapy and the things that really helped me survive like over a decade of depression and anxiety, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so that you can be notified as to when I upload the second half of this video. And if you have any recommendations on things that you'd like to see from me, go ahead and leave those in the comments below. I really enjoy interacting with you guys, and I mean, I feel like I've said this so many times, but like, you guys have been so kind, and I know I made this video, or I guess I started doing all of this to like let other people feel less alone, but I really feel less alone because of it. And you guys have just been like so open, and for the most part, like, the comments that I receive from you guys are always really nice. And yeah, that's why I'm like still doing this, because, well, one, I enjoy editing, but also it's like so nice to know that there's like people who care what I have to say, you know? So I really appreciate that. And yeah, so I just want to let you guys know that I'm so, so grateful, and I hope that you're having the bestest day ever. I hope that you're healthy and feeling well and in high spirits, the highest spirits today. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video and for your continued support. You guys are so awesome. I appreciate you. Have a good day. Be safe. Bye.